G'day, welcome back to the Larry Lakers where it is 1-3-3. Yes, 1-3-3, 107. The Lakers have blown away Detroit as expected when a team has lost 14 in a row. But did we get the rest we need? Did we get the win? Yes, we got the win, but are we ready for a back-to-back against OKC, a young and up-and-coming team? Can we go back-to-back? What sort of minutes did LeBron get? These are the questions. LeBron said a lot needs to change. Well, did it tonight? Did the Lakers seal the deal against Detroit and OKC? Are they ready for a back-to-back? Was this entirely convincing? Asks Mo from Memphis. Was Cam Reddish back? Asks G Styles at the nation's capital. Were there more lottery busts than ever seen before? Monteo from Manila. There was a lot of lottery busts out there tonight. What can we read into Joe and Hood, Schifino and Austin Reaves? It says big muns, blocks, tons. And where to next for the Lakers? Well, let's have a look at it. A lot needs to change. Well, did it? There were some good signs for the Lakers and some bad signs. Here they are, right here. Thank you for those questions. It's great to have the listeners. You're on the Larry Lakers dribbling chit chat. We look at the real people's questions and discuss the game where the eye test meets the box score. You're listening to and watching the Larry Lakers. Give us a subscribe, give us a share. Don't keep it a secret. But field goal percentage 45 of 88. The Lakers at 51. The poor old Detroit, they were at 41. 12 of 34 though. This is a worry. 15 to 36 for Detroit. So we scored 35%. So yeah, we're the big heroes, 133, 35%, a little bit lower than league average, 41.7, so nearly 42% for Detroit. That's got to be a worry. What's going on? Free throw percentage, we hit 81. They hit 85, nearly 86%. And then again, another worry. Here's a big worry. While we won 49 to 39 the rebounds, offensive rebounds. We are the team who make the least and give up the most offensive rebounds, the Lakers. What are we doing here? There's work to be done, even though we won tonight. I appreciate the win. We'll take the win. Thank you, Lakers. We've got it tonight. But 8 offensive rebounds to the opposition's 10. We at least won defensive rebounds, 41-29. Steals 7 and 8, we'll take that. That's pretty even. Blocks 10 to 3. That's good. We've been good there most of the year. But how about this? Turnovers 12 to their 14, pretty similar. What about this? We couldn't even win points off turnovers. 13 to their 17, narrow margin. Not a big sample, but points off fast breaks, at least tonight we won that. 22 to 13. Points in the paint, we've been good there all year. 58 to their 42. So there you go. The man who stood out tonight, who stood out? It's Clayton or Clayton. Thanks for that question. It was D'Angelo Russell, 35 points, 13 to 17, 4 or 5. But Clayton says, when will he do it against a big opposition? Well, he sort of started the season, the trade last year well. He started well in the playoffs, but sort of faded away. So it's a great question, Clayton. He started the season well this year, but it's faded away a bit. D'Angelo, loved a breakout game. Please have a breakout game against one of the top teams in the league, and then we'll be even more excited. How about that one? D'Lo, excited for you tonight, happy. But let's do it against someone big. Here you go. Let's have a look at the Lakers. A. Davis, 28 points at a plus 29 for 29 minutes. 29 minutes, plus 29, 28 points. You've got to be happy with that. Torian Prince, 23 minutes, plus 26, but just his 9. This guy can affect winning without scoring a lot of points. But that's right about what we asked. We asked for these guys who are the non-LeBrons, non-Russells, the non-ADs to get close to 10 points or to balance them out at like 8 points and 12 points for the other person starting. Anyway, Torian Prince, 9 points. D'Angelo Russell, as we said, standing up with 35. LeBron, it looked like we could get an early night. That's another worry. Is that a worry? Asked Sean and Abby Takeaway. We got it out towards 30 points, then we let them back in, and they nudged it down to 10 points. We're out near 20 at the end of the first quarter. Early second quarter, it's back to 10 points. This team has got to take care of business and put away the deals that need to be put away. We've got to close the deal. They'd be no good as real estate agents in Los Angeles. They need to close the deal. Anyway, Max Christie, 22 minutes. Great to see him on. Plus 13, just 5 points. Great to see this young man on. He is a good player, but we needed him on for Cam Reddish, and Cam Reddish was back today from the groin injury. Christian Wood, 25 minutes, plus 2 in his real plus minus 12 points. He was on when part of those bench runs were on. Maxwell Lewis, shorts are back, just the 7 minutes there for a -3 on the bench. It was touch or go. They kept the lead around that 30. That's all right. The Fudge Meister. Yes, he got on. The non-LeBrons, the fans of the Nevilles, the Neville Nobodies, those Australians. They love them, the bench players. Cam Reddish, good minutes for him to come back and recuperate from injury. 20 minutes, that's nice. Plus 13 in his real plus minus for 0 points. How about that? But he didn't take many shots. He's 0 from 3, 0 from 2 at 3-point. Well, that's very Lakers. 0 from 2. Jackson Hayes, we didn't see much of him tonight. I don't know if he's under an injury cloud or what, but 7 minutes there. I thought we'd see a bit more of him. He's at -4. Austin Reaves didn't look very Austin-like. There's another little worry. He's been fatigued. Tim McMahon, Bam McMahon, as they call him there on the Hoop Collective. He thinks there's a bit of a fatigue factor for anyone who was in the World Cup team there for FIBA World Cup. And Austin Reeves, he was a star in that team, but 24 minutes, plus 13 in his real plus, 6 points total. So just 6 points in 24 minutes on the assists, 4 on the assist for Austin Reeves. You would think there might be a bit more. He's also a guy who can sneak in for a defensive rebound. He's got 1 offensive, 2 defensive for 3. So a little low in the stats there for Austin Reeves. Our man, Demoy Hodge, the star of preseason, picked by us. He got on there for 5 minutes, Demoy. Sadly, it was -7, but he hit a 3. There you go. He's 1 or 2 from 3, 50%. Get him on. We want more Demoy. And but those who kept saying, what are we doing with our number 17 pick in the draft? He got on for his second real NBA minutes tonight there. Jalen Hood, Schifino at last. He got 10 points. Sure, -6 on the real plus for those, but who's counting? Don't look, and it looks good. 3 or 4 in his field goals, 1 or 2 there, and 3 or 6 from free throw. Something's funny with his shot. Please have a look at it there. Coaching staff, let's get something going. Phil Handy, you're a man. You've worked in Australia. You've been playing basketball for a while. Let's get this thing going. Help this Jalen Hood fix that broken shot. He did hit 2 threes. That was beautiful. And but they've only got him down as 1. One of them must have been a long 2-pointer. So the Lakers, they got the bench on, but the fact they had to bring LeBron back on in the fourth quarter. Well, they won the first 38-24. They won the second 27-24. That's what I'm talking about. They led there by that big margin. Then they let it sneak back down to like 10. This is a worry. This team has got to put people away, and I want to see a 4-5 game run. The sort of runs Phoenix are going on with only 1 superstar, 2 out, and a whole lot of guys. Some of them got their ticket under the seat in the crowd, and they got their name called out, and they're playing for Phoenix. What are you doing? Palinka, get involved. Anyway, it's good to see the Lakers had a win. And 27-24 second quarter. Okay, but not good enough. 36-28, jumped out again third quarter. You would think then you could put LeBron and AD back in the cotton wool and worry about that for next game. But they had to bring LeBron back on fourth quarter. I don't know if he's padding his stats. He had 19 points. Next thing I knew, he had 25 and boofed him up a bit there. LeBron James, 29 minutes, 9 of 19. Not even a very efficient night there. 2 of 6 from 3. Maybe you'll take that. Here's the good news. 5 of 5 from 3. When you don't need him, he can make a free throw. LeBron, plus 26 in his real plus there. And he managed to get a few rebounds after allegedly recording none. I thought he had one, but he had none there in the stats column against Philadelphia. 8 rebounds. As we said, playing a hard team like Houston, even though we won the second time around, they were up against us, right up under our grill. this Philadelphia game, we thought it would tune us up, but it's hard to tell. This isn't a real litmus paper test. Let's see what happens next game against OKC, who are coming off two losses in a row, OKC, so we'll preview that as well for you, but they're coming off the two losses in a row. Who stood out for this team? Was it Poison Ivy? What a song that was for the Rolling Stones. I'm sure it was a cover. And this man Thompson, minus 23, but he had the 12 points. 15 points for this Cade Cunningham, one of the top picks there. This Jaden Ivey, top 5 pick. Bagley, another person who didn't work out there as a top 2 pick or 3 pick, I believe, there for the Kings with his 4 points, minus 4 points. What about this guy, the Pate man? Livers, good on the Pate, minus 12. But he stood out. He looked all right. He had 14 points there, got in a bit of a tussle. I like that, a bit of spirit from the young man. Wiseman, is that another lottery pick bust? How many lottery busts are in this team? I guess get them while you can. Get them when they're bargains. You never know. One might turn up. The bloke who looked good was this Killian Hayes. Plus 8 in his real plus. 7 points there. 22 minutes. He looks like he could be something. He had a little bit of steeliness about him there. And one to watch. Here you go. What's the go here with the actual standings and what's next for the Lakers? The Timberwolves, can you believe it? First up here in the Western Conference. The Timberwolves, they've snuck up on that. They have got their last 10 games 8-2. A quick whip, Larry Lakers loop around the league. The Nuggets are 5-5 after starting so well. The defending champions are 5-5. They're 4-6 away, 9-0 at home. Don't play them at home, whatever you do. And they have a streak of winning 3. The Mavericks have won 1. They're 5-5, even though they beat us. The Thunder are 7-3, but they have a losing streak of 2. Look out! They might be coming back to avenge that streak. But tomorrow, that game's on. The Suns are 7-3 in their last 10, but they've lost 1. The Kings are 7-3, lost 1. Maybe they've been concentrating, these teams, on the in-season tournament, and they lost today. Doesn't matter because they won in the most recent games for the in-season. Maybe that's the in-season effect. But the Lakers, we're languishing at 7th in this Western Conference. It's a worry. The good news is we're 7-3 in our last 10 and we're on a streak. This is where the streak starts. We've won 1. The team above us, the Kings, they've lost 1. Team above them, the Suns, lost 1. Team above them, the Thunder, lost 2. This is where it starts, a streak. Let's put together 4 or 5 wins in a row, please. Anyway, it starts tomorrow with OKC and then a bit of a day's rest, and then we're back with the Houston Rockets. You're on the Larry Lakers dribbling chit chat, and we love to get the listeners' questions. Great to have them there, and thank you for all your questions. Let's see if we've answered them all really quickly. Lebron says a lot needs to change. Did it? Well, some did, some didn't. And what was disappointing was we let him back in. Was it entirely convincing, though, from Memphis? Sadly, it wasn't. Was Cam Reddish back? Yes, he was, and he got 20 minutes, albeit for a beautiful 0. But he did, maybe that's a way to ease him back in. Were there more lottery busts than ever seen before? Monteo from Manila? Yeah, there was. Gee, a lot of them are there from Detroit. Maybe we've got 1 or 2 on the Lakers, although we seem to gamble on the guys that didn't even get picked or were late round picks. What can we read into Jalen Hood, Schifino and Austin Reaves? Sadly, not much. I think it was a very nice lot of points there from Jalen Hood-Schifino. I'm a bit worried the fact he didn't hit those free throws, as mentioned. Austin Reaves not looking like himself, but is there from some sort of form of fatigue phenomena? Maybe the great Tim McMahon, Bam McMahon, will do a study on that for his PhD. Where to next for the Lakers? OKC tomorrow. Let's beat them. They're on a losing streak, but look out. They may come back with venom. And then what about the next day? We've got the great arrest, and then we've got Houston coming up. We've got Houston coming up for us the next day, one day after that. So let's beat OKC. Let's beat Houston. Let's go on a run. Houston have been on runs without players. They've been injured. Other teams have been on runs like Miami, and they've got a load management with veterans. Let's do it ourselves, Lakers. Good win today, but let's be us. Let's be convincing by beating OKC and then Houston. I want to see, before I'm convinced, 4 or 5 wins in a row, and I think you're the same. Thank you for following us. Thanks for all your questions. Until tomorrow, good luck against OKC. They're coming off 2 losses. What can we do to make it 3?